How good is the Ryzen 5 5500? A lot of people say that it sucks. I don't think it's that bad. We've tested it with several different GPUs, and we're going to test it with some more today. Now, we tried to do this earlier in the day. Our internet did not cooperate with us, but just kind of give you a breakdown of what we're doing here. We are testing it with this bad boy right here. It's a Ryzen 5 5500 with a stock cooler, so CPU temperatures are going to be a little higher. No, it's not overheating. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. If you think it's overheating, just keep on going. You don't have to watch. You can turn it off right now. Okay? The GPU we have in here right now is the RX 9060 XT. Now, earlier today, we tested it with the 5060. We didn't get all the way done with the 5060 benchmarks before our darn internet went out. Like, it was out for just a little bit and our internet went out, but we've already tested it with the 5060. So I'm going to kind of just run through those little, I guess benchmarks, I guess would be the best way. Yeah, so just don't get tripped out too much by that. But here is, I can't see chat at the very moment, so just give me a second, guys, to let me run through what we already found here for just a little bit. So we did find earlier today, we tested Warzone with low settings, and we got around 100, 110-ish FPS. Sometimes it was around 120 or so. This is with the 5060. We were able to do that. It was pretty smooth. We did some other stuff with upscaling and things like that, which I'll have the shorts posted for that, as well as you can go back and watch the live stream replay if you would like to. Cyberpunk is where it did really good. Ultra settings right off the rip, we got around like 100 FPS on the dot. With ray tracing medium, we almost got like 60 FPS with no upscaling, no frame gen.
Can get it.
And then low ray tracing settings with we got like 80, 90 FPS.
FPS.
And we tried like with path tracing to see what it would do, and it was pretty rough. I think the best we could do with path tracing without frame generation was like 40, 50 FPS. So I mean, it did okay. It did okay. Then we moved on to Forza. Forza did really well. Forza takes forever to load the first game up. And we got in the neighborhood of, let's see, what did it do with us? I think we got like 80 something FPS with the first one. Yeah, 87. That was medium preset settings. We tried extreme settings next, and I think extreme settings got us like only 37 FPS on extreme settings. We didn't try ultra, but we did try high plus ray tracing next, and we got 66, which is pretty good for Forza. And then Assassin's Creed had that. Assassin's Creed struggles a little bit.
I use an app called
high settings, no upscaling. We were able to get like 70-ish FPS, and then with ray tracing and DLSS high, we were able to get 70 FPS as well. Pretty good with that. And then we have, of course, Rainbow Six Siege.
I'm chatting with
this game is a little bit more CPU based, but just to kind of give you a rundown, we got 183 on very high settings, and then we got 239 on low settings. CS2, I mean, it crushed it. We got over 300 FPS at 1920 by 1080p, as well as 1280 by 960, and then good old Fortnite. We were actually able to get close to 200 FPS. It was around 197 or so, even like during fighting and stuff. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, yeah, dude, it's one of the best CPUs. Absolutely, John Pork. What's up, Clinton? What's up, my guy Braxton? Hope you're in here, dude. I know you've been in here since like 7, dude. I don't know if you're still in here or not, but this is awesome. So pumped to get to do this again with you guys. All right. So yeah, let's see. Now we're gonna test some Warzone. Now we have the RX 9060 XT in this bad boy, and we're gonna test it at 1440p, guys. We're gonna be testing at 1440p with the 5500, and so we're gonna see. Now we're gonna see how good. You should do a 1080 and a 5500. Yeah, the 1080. The problem with the 1080 is they just don't have the they don't do drivers anymore. There's no driver support. So like games like Warzone and stuff, it would still do okay, but like anything newer, it would start to struggle a little bit. Oh man, I talked a lot right there at the beginning, but the way YouTube works is they could come and watch it later, and so I wanted them to be able to see it. All right, let's go live on TikTok. Let's go live on TikTok as well. See what we can do here. All right, we're live on TikTok. We live on Warzone. We live on YouTube. We gonna rock and roll here. See what happens. See what happens. All right, so let's get this rocking and rolling. Let's get it rocking and a rolling. So yeah. Boom, 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 boom. You should do a 1080 and I already answered that. What's up, Brandon Owen? What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? While this is rocking and loading, we'll let all the TikTok people come up in here. We got some likes already pouring in on the TikTok. We got Red Little Beast joining in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Asterix. iCode. Yo, 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 yo. How do I get pop-ups to stop popping up? I don't know what you mean. Here, let's do this so I can see a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, dude, if you just come in here and start yapping about Honda, thank you so much for following. You're not okay, yeah, you're gonna get timed. You're getting timed out already, dude. That's just not cool. Is the Myco echoey again? No. No. 1660 Super, 5600G. That's not too bad. I hope the mic's not echoey. 5070 and 9600X go for 2K? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Alright, let's see. I gotta post this. Is there any bottleneck? Yes, there's gonna be a little bit of a bottleneck. For sure. Be a little bit of a bottleneck, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Trying again. I spelled again wrong, but I don't care. Okay, guys. Think my mic is bugged? Of course it is. Because TikTok hates me. Think your mic is bugged, sir? Okay, I can fix it, but I've got to film this intro first. How good is the 9060 XT, the 16GB version, if we play with the Ryzen 5 5500? All right, guys, our settings. Let me jump off this plane before we just totally die right off the rip in the water. All right, so we're going to jump off the plane, and then I'll show you settings here in just a second. If we can get... All right, we got this. All right, now let's show you settings. Right now for graphics settings, we got low settings. We're on the minimum settings. 100% render resolution. We're at 1440p. Everything is pretty much low or turned off, guys. And we're playing at 1440p. 1440p, guys. Look at that. We're getting 120 to 130 FPS. Is my mic better now? Is my mic better now? Yeah. Yeah, Prime Elite. We got the 9060 XT. So I did a quick rundown of all the other. I went ahead and tested the rest of them to make sure my internet was good. I tested the other games with the 5060 that I was going to test off stream. I did a quick rundown of those at the beginning of this one, like when I first started. And now we're with the 9060 at 1440p. And oh my gosh, I always forget what my buttons are on this one. But yeah, guys, we're 1920 by 1080p. I mean, sorry, we're at 1440p, low settings. We're getting almost like 120-ish FPS, guys. The mic, yeah, the mic's always gonna. It's fine on YouTube, guys. It's just the TikTok, but it's because there's a setting on my app. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to run away. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Sorry guys. I was getting wrecked there.
On my last mag.
Okay.
Gas is moving.
Oh my gosh. This one don't even have any bullets in it. Okay, there we go. Now we're chilling. Sorry. Yeah, we're testing this at 1440p, guys. 1440p. We're doing 1440p. No frame gen, guys. This is no frame gen, no upscaling. It's just low settings, 1440p. Yep, everybody said, oh, the Ryzen 5500, it's terrible. But look at this crap right here. Oh, crap. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I just heard somebody. Oh, he's on the roof. Oh, my gosh. Why the 5500? The 12100F doesn't beat the 5500. That's... Yeah, Lincoln, I don't know who you're answering the question to, but I mean, this thing's getting over, like, getting 120 FPS at 1440p, my guy. So, I think it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine CPU. If you think the Ryzen 5 5500 is bad, you're either willfully ignorant. Is that dude on top of that freaking lighthouse? Oh my gosh, what a loser, dude. No, it doesn't, Kick Hater. It does not almost match the 5600. Not even close. Not even close.
Let's get back energy. Go get your revenge.
This is Warzone, guys. This is Warzone. Yes, the 3080 Ti is fine.
Enemy soldier incoming. Loading new mag.
Hey now, what are we doing? No!
We lost that one, but we'll get
Oh my gosh. Rob, dude, I see all kinds of... What does it matter? Like, what does it matter what monitor I'm playing on, Rob? Can you answer me that question? John Pork, I would much rather have a PC that runs at 360 FPS at 95 degrees Celsius. Yes, Prime. That's what I plan on doing with this. And so my goal with this, guys, the reason that we're testing all of these games the way that we're testing is because, or the reason I've tested so many GPUs with this CPU is because I'm going to do a YouTube video, and I'll do shorts on it too, where we take the Ryzen 5 5500 and okay, Lincoln, dude, you just get on my nerves. Like, sorry, but yeah, it's not even remotely true, but whatever. You're not even saying the CPU right. You don't even know what you're talking about. All right. So, download Windows without Windows device like a laptop or PC. If you buy like a USB stick, you can. No, dude, I'm just doing this for testing. Like, I only play like... The only reason I'm playing a second game is because I didn't get to test all the settings here. Yeah, so we're gonna take the Ryzen 5 5500 and we're gonna... Shane, that might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But whatever. You guys, go on. Y'all can go to Gamers Nexus, dude. Let him... You can be negative Nancy's over there with him. You know? We're getting 120 FPS at 1440p. Um, so what do I think about it? I think the Ryzen 5 5500 is fine, guys. Does the air temp in your room affect gameplay? It can.
Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Because, dude, saying that it is just trash is just pure stupidity or ignorance. I'll let you pick which one it is. But the 5600X still can play any game. When you say something is trash, that means it can't run anything. Like, that's just ignorance. Absolute ignorance.
Resurgence.
Any good tips for starting a PC related tech channel?
Points you earn.
Just post a lot of videos, my guy. So if you try to play Call of Duty and it says it failed the asphyxiation test or whatever, that's because either your CPU's too old, you need a BIOS update, you don't have secure boot turned on, it's something like that, in most cases. So yeah, we're getting around 110 to 120 FPS with this at 1440p low setting. We are at minimum settings. All right, and then what we're gonna do here is some goofballs talking in the background there. Oh, let's do FSR 4 balanced. Hold on, I'm gonna freaking get killed switching settings over here.
Changing mag.
Okay. All right.
Incoming fire.
Heh.
Swapping mags.
Okay, sorry. Now our FSR 4 is not really doing much. FSR 4. Let's turn it on performance, maybe? Maybe performance will work a little better. Yeah, Lenny, I hope that we don't have another power outage for sure.
Into the area. Watch the
You haven't updated your BIOS in 1.5 years? It's probably fine. Honestly.
hostile airstrike incoming.
Of course.
Gas is inbound.
I don't know why FSR 4 is not helping us out with the upscaling. Let's do FSR 3. Set to balance and see what happens.
Loading new mag.
Yeah, FSR, guys, is not really helping our FPS out a whole lot at 14.
Incoming fire.
Oh, dude, there's 2 people in here. Oh, my lord. Is the 9800X 3D and 5070 good? Yes. 3070 good for 1080p? Yes. What's your opinion on the 60 Ti 16 gig? It's a little overpriced right now, but it's still a good card.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Okay. Just want to hide here until my thing resets. All right, let's go to performance. Is there art? Yeah, the 2080 is fine for Warzone. I mean, when you say fine, like when I say fine, it's gonna get, you know, enough FPS where you can play it and it'd be pretty smooth. Like, I think where we are struggling, guys, with this is the FSR. FSR is bottlenecked by our CPU. So like, since our CPU is not very good, FSR 4 is not working very well.
Let's get back in it, station. Go get after it. Mindset. Shake it
Oh, I had to tell my kid good night, guys. So 3080 is better. 3080 is better than what? John Doe. Anyway, so yeah, FSR 4 FSR 4 is, we are limited with FSR 4 because of the any of the FSR, any kind of upscaling, the bottleneck is a little, we see it a little bit more with the upscaling because our CPU can't really help us out too much. So yeah, what's the best website to buy used parts? In my opinion, is eBay is your best option. I mean, if you can get lucky sometimes. Yeah, we're doing 1440p, guys. We're doing 1440p with this card. Is it normal that my Ryzen 5 5500 has 70 degrees and GPU has 80? 80 is kind of high for the GPU, but the CPU is fine. So like, our temperatures are always going to hover around like 80 or 90, not 80, 70 to 80 FPS because we're using a stock cooler. I would be a little concerned about 80 degrees on the GPU. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is really nice. The problem is not everybody's local market is good. Like, I live in Alabama and there's not that many people selling PC parts, and the ones that are either have not taken care of them or they have lived under a rock and they think that like things are, you know, like a Ryzen 5 3600 is still worth $200. You know, how do these people, like, how do some of these people run around so fast? Like, how is he sliding like that? Like, how is he doing that? I don't understand. That's why I don't play this game. I have no idea what the latest version of DLSS is. 4.5, I guess. And that's the last one that I know of. Is $600 enough to get a good system? Depends on what your definition of good is. Do I think it is? Yes, you can get a good enough system for $600. The RTX 3050 is not a very good GPU for the price. Somebody asked about the best PC. You're from the Huntsville area? You see the dude selling 256K SSD for $90? Yeah, I know, Kurt. Dude, like, I don't live far from there, and nah. Keyboard and mouse is better. Oh my gosh. If you say the word bottleneck, guys, unless you're asking me a question, I'm gonna ignore you. Because I'm just tired of talking about it. Alright. So, the whole reason that I went to one more game in here is so that we could test FrameGen. Alright? We've tested FSR 4. It doesn't help us out a ton. But let's see what frame generation does. I think the 5700X and the 3080 Ti, there will be like a little bit of a bottleneck there, but it won't be too bad if you can play at 1440p. Cool, I guess. I don't know what that is, and I don't care.
Proceed to the buy station before time runs out to receive a discounted item.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Why? This game is so sweaty. How much on the the PC that we're using right now would probably cost you around,
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying.
let me think. I paid 650 for it with the 3050. So 250, like you could probably build it for under like just under $1,000 with the PC, like, but I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing that. Okay, we got 200 FPS with frame gen. I'm not playing this game anymore. I hate this game. All right, so anyway, that was good enough. It's good enough for us. Let's go to the next game. To the next one. Let's go. Already got 1,000 likes, guys. That's awesome. It's awesome. You have a 5080. Why do I keep getting frame drops in Fortnite? It probably more to do with your CPU than anything else. We will do Fortnite, but we'll do Fortnite at the end, most likely. We're doing Cyberpunk next. 14,700K for 240 on eBay. Good. I don't know. I don't know what the price of a 14,700K brand new is right now. 9950X is a solid CPU. 240 used for 14,700K doesn't seem to be too bad. Do you already have that motherboard and you just wanting to upgrade? The market's probably not going to crash for a long time, guys. We'll be lucky if we ever like it'll be at least a whole other year, if not two. I wouldn't expect it to get better till like 2028 at the earliest. How do I figure out what to buy for $600? Do a lot of research. I mean, I would think if you're okay with buying used parts, um, then you could, that would be your best bet. If you're not okay buying used parts, then it's going to be tough for $600. I don't change the theme of MSI Afterburner because it doesn't matter. And when I do change the thing, let's go, Mega Kian. You use your secondary PC for 90% of your gaming. Ryzen 5 3600 2070 non-super. Okay. It's an interesting thought process, but dude, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. Hey Clay, the one we're testing today is we're still doing the Ryzen 5 5500, and we're testing it with a 9060 XT 16 gigabyte at 1440p. The reason we're doing that is because I had a lot of people in stream. I've had a lot of people in stream ask me about like, I'm good, Kian. How are you doing? I had a lot of people ask me about what is the best or like how good can you upgrade your like what is like the top of the line GPU you compare with the 5500? That's what I'm trying to say. And so we've been testing a lot of GPUs with this to kind of see, you know. So, man, y'all gonna give me a headache with this, man. So guys, yes, there's a bottleneck. Yes. Thank you for the heart, me Clay. I appreciate you. But there's always going to be a bottleneck. There's always going to be a bottleneck. You're about to make me crash out. There's always going to be one. Always. You're never not going to have a bottleneck of some sort. If you're worried about bottlenecks, then just live in a bubble and never build a PC ever in your life. Nice, Ethan. That's awesome, Ethan. That's what we're testing today. That's what we're testing today. Yeah, I know, right? These some of these TikTok people, dude, they just freaking get on my nerves with the. Yeah, I had to go back to my real job this week, guys. That and people saying the word bottleneck every time we test the Ryzen 5 5500 has just like, you know, took years off my life. But anyway, how good is the RX 9060 XT, the 16 gigabyte version in Cyberpunk? Now we are testing it with a Ryzen 5 5500, but we are going to test it at 1440p. The reason we're doing this, even though there is a little bit of a bottleneck, I understand that, but we're testing it because some people like to upgrade their PC a little at a time. And so if you play games like Cyberpunk and you want to get into 1440p, we're going to see how good of an experience you can have without upgrading your CPU and just upgrading your graphics card. So we're going to start at 1440p ultra settings with no upscaling. We're going to turn that off and we're going to see what will happen here. We're doing this live on TikTok and YouTube, so we're going to be answering questions as we go along here. The bottleneck incident, yeah. Yeah, buy what you can afford and play it, my guys. Did you mention that you're testing? John Doe, I love you. My YouTube chat is so much more like rational than my TikTok chat. Yeah, no free PCs. What do you think? I think the 3070 is pretty good. It's kind of went up a little bit. How tall am I? I'm probably like, I think I'm just barely under 6'2", but when I got measured at the doctor the other day, they said I was 6'3". But I think it's because I had shoes on when they measured me. Hey guys, we're on ultra settings, 1440p. Looks like we're gonna get 60 FPS. Hey Tech Matt, I'm a little tired because, you know, it was my first full week back at work. Thank you, Tech Matt. Hey guys, if you spam the same question more than like twice, you're gonna get muted. So just remember that. Yeah, the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte and the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte are kind of even. I think the 5060 Ti is probably a little bit better. It's probably a little bit better, but it's way more expensive right now. It's insanely. It's just the price is stupid right now. It's like $600. Yeah, this is 1440p, my guy. 1440p. 1440p. 7800 XT good? Yes, dude. The 7800 XT is really good. Hey guys, we got 73 FPS on ultra settings. No frame gen, no upscaling, just preset. The reason it says custom is because I did ultra and then lowered it down. But still, really awesome. I did change my camera, right? So we could see. Yeah, I did. I was making sure. Test the 4090 at 4K with the 5500. That would be a crazy test, wouldn't it? But I don't feel like taking the 4090 out of my main PC. All right, let's try some ray tracing now. Look, we're gonna do ray tracing medium though, because that's what we did with the other cards, except we did those at 1080p. But we're just gonna see. We're gonna see what it does. Hear me out. 5090 with a 2600. Yeah. That bottleneck's a little bit bigger. Thanks for the heart me, Ben. Um. Ooh, medium ray tracing 1440p. We getting smoked right now. Fat Saiyan, thank you for the follow. I'm trying to get my first PC. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's just so like, I mean, this is without upscaling, so I mean, it is struggling a little bit, but I mean, it's ray tracing has always been AMD's little weakness more so. RTX 2000 Pro, yeah. Oh me, that's a wild bottleneck there. Yeah, I mean, obviously, those are extreme situations where we wouldn't like, you know, it definitely you have a i3 12100F and 6600M GPU. That's awesome. Hey John, I appreciate it. We have 6 new followers so far on TikTok though. Yeah, for real. 37 FPS is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, honestly. But if we do ray tracing medium with FSR, let's see what that does. You have a 7800X 3D and a 1066 gigabyte? Yes, dude, absolutely. So this is what I'm talking about, Enzo. You are a great example. Okay, I'm going to use Enzo for an example here. He has. This is a game, but this is like a built-in tester for the game. Where they test the FPS for the game. So when I run tests like this, it's easier for me to talk with chat while I test the PC. So guys, Enzo here. Enzo is a great example. All right. Enzo he just went and got a 7800X 3D. Okay? He went full platform upgrade. Right now he only has a GTX 1060 6GB. Okay? This is perfectly fine. If he posts this on the internet, people are going to get so upset with him. But this is perfectly fine, Enzo. You play, especially if you play CPU games, you're going to be chilling. Like Fortnite, Valorant, any of those games, you get so much FPS. Okay? And then when you have enough money, you can upgrade and get a really good GPU. It's going to be perfectly fine. All right. So, is that bad? All right. 67 FPS is not bad. 67 FPS, right? But we had ray tracing, we had fidelity, super resolution. It looks like we do have FSR4. Let's try FSR4. Let's see what that does. Whoever said that? Somebody said that in chat. I missed who it was. 67 is playable, absolutely. Exactly, Static. See, I am very much so this is why I'm doing this test today, in case you weren't here. Yeah, look. Look, so and this is why I'm testing this today. The way that I'm testing it is because like you not everybody buys a new PC every time they want to upgrade. Okay? And so like right now, is the Ryzen 5 5500 holding back the 9060 XT? A little bit, but like in this game it's not. Look, the 9060 XT right now is at 100% usage. So we're not even really getting bottlenecked right here at 1440p very much at all. Now we are using FSR4, but still, that's beside the point. There is a little bit of a bottleneck here. And so, but like people that play story mode games, this is a very reasonable upgrade if you already have a Ryzen 5 5500. Like this is a reasonable upgrade because it's one of the best options you have. in this price range. 63 FPS. Not bad. FSR 4 though. So the thing with FSR 4, it may not give you as much FPS as we got with FSR 2.1, but it's going to look and feel better in my opinion than just using the older FSR tech. But that's beside the point. Cyberpunk runs pretty good, guys. Not going to lie, Cyberpunk runs pretty good. It runs pretty dang good. They do have frame gen. We didn't use any frame gen with Cyberpunk, but yeah, FSR, AMD has their version of frame gen for sure. Yeah, I did the 6.7 thing because it popped up. Forza 6, yep, that's what we're doing next. Actually, we got to do Assassin's Creed also, but we're gonna do Forza next. Forza is next. Faux shizzle my nizzle. All right. Yeah. Hey guys, look. So look, I'll tell y'all this because this is funny. Absolutely. You had some chips, cheese, and curry for dinner? Nice. We had I had some General Tso's chicken. It was pretty bussin'. Guys, I just got this comment about dude, I thought I blocked this guy where he couldn't comment on my stuff on YouTube, but um yeah. I love when people try to be smart alecks. Anyway, you just am I ever gonna try an ITX gaming build? So yeah, we don't play Forza very much. We're just testing it here. 1660 Ti or 1660 Super or 5700 XT. Definitely 5700 XT. You should get the PC 16 gigabyte version in Forza Horizon 6. Well, we're doing something a little different today by testing it with a Ryzen 5 5500 at 1440p to see if this is a reasonable upgrade for someone with this CPU. Although there is a little bit of a bottleneck, it shouldn't be enough to hurt performance too much until you can upgrade your CPU if you play story mode games. So that's what we're testing today. And we're first going to start it out with just good old medium settings and see what kind of FPS we might get. So let's see. Window, I don't know what you said. Window plus D. Why would I do that? What is that going to do? Is it going to do something weird? Which brand makes the better 9070 XT? Yo, Jay, what's up, my guy? Vanced, I literally have explained that like 5 times already. Did you just now join? Can someone explain it for Vanced? Okay. I'll explain it again for Vanced. So Vanced, not everybody can upgrade their entire PC every time they want to upgrade. So like the Ryzen 5500 is like one of the most sold CPUs on Amazon right now. And because it's the cheapest AM4 CPU you can get brand new, that's actually okay. And so a lot of people ask like, well, what's the best GPU you can pair it with? So since people already have a Ryzen 5 5500 or a Ryzen 5 3600, I wanted to this is like the highest graphics card I think you could probably go with and still get okay performance. Yes, there is a little bit of a bottleneck, but hey, we think that it can do pretty good if you put it at 1440p. However, right now at this moment, we are waiting on the shaders to load. This is also another great question. Um, why do I not care that the CPU is 80 degrees? Because for one, the CPU doesn't thermal throttle till you get to like 95 degrees, first of all, and we haven't even come close to that. Second of all, when shaders are loading and optimization is happening like this, CPU usage is higher, which leads to higher temperatures. We're also only using a stock cooler, if you can see from this picture over here. So that is also why we are having higher temperatures. But again, thermal throttling only happens at like 95 degrees, which means 80 degrees is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. If I had a dollar for every time I've had to answer a question about a bottleneck for this PC or how bad the Ryzen 5 5500 is, or uh, or the temperature on the CPU, if I had a dollar for every time I had to talk about that, guys, I could retire my wife and myself. Any tips for 1% lows? 1% lows. There's so many things. I would update, make sure all the drivers update, motherboard drivers, graphics card drivers, cap your FPS, make sure shaders are loaded in if depending on what game you're playing. Yeah, the PC community is just cooked, man. I don't even have to activate FSR, dude. Look at this. There's no FSR. Medium settings. We're getting 100 FPS at 1440p. You would be rich or a millionaire if you answered bottleneck temp or how bad 5500 is. Absolutely. Yeah, it's only medium settings though, so like, we'll bump it up and see what it does with higher settings. Like this is a game where you don't like, you know. Am I ready for GTA 6? I don't know if I I don't know how much I'll play. I will say Forza the game looks awesome on like most of the settings. Like Forza looks really, really good on most of the settings. I'll be honest with you. The 5600 GT is not great. Oh dang! It got 101 FPS medium settings. That's kind of wild. All right, let's go. Let's go with extreme settings next. Let's try extreme settings. Why would I want the OSD follow my? Why would I want that to follow my? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, extreme settings. Y'all just want me to click random stuff, guys. I don't like that. Everyone says your PC is bad. What is your PC? Everyone says this PC is bad, but we're on extreme settings at 1440p getting 70 FPS, so. Ryzen 5500 GT. I mean, you could get this one. It would be a little bit of a bottleneck, just like what we're doing now, but it's fine. You used to have a 1060 and you got a 2080. Nice. Yeah, people are just. You got it last month. What is it? What are the specs? I didn't see them. It scrolled too fast. This is not 4K. This is just 1440p. Oh, the 5600 GT. I mean, it's not the best in the world, Dreamscape. But I mean, it can play some games as long as you're happy. We got 81 FPS, man. That's pretty good at extreme settings. Now let's try high plus ray tracing. See what that does. How good is the Ryzen 7700X and 9060 XT? Really good. I am going to double check that we're not on. Okay, good. All the upscaling stuff's turned off. Good. I wanted to just double check that. All right, high ray tracing settings, guys. Let's see what that does. How perfect does the 5060 at 1440p? So we didn't do the 5060 at 1440p. Yeah, the ray trace. I feel like the ray tracing in this game is not like real, like full blown ray tracing. Honestly, unless you jack it way up. I feel like even without ray tracing, it looks about the same as it does right here. I don't know why you have stuttering in Borderlands 3. 5600X and 6700 XT slaps at 1440p? Yeah. 2 a.m., John? John, I love you, John, but I don't know what Windows plus D does, and I don't want to do that. I'm gonna Google it. Windows plus D. Yeah, I'm not doing that, John. I just Googled what it does. I appreciate you, though. I hope you sleep good. You need to go to bed. It's 2 a.m. All right, guys, we got 74 FPS on high ray tracing settings, which is pretty good. All right, let's go extreme ray tracing settings. Let's try to break this thing. Why are we doing? Well, please, what? I don't know. What's up, RC from the NYC? One of the 7 people close to Micro Center accounted for. That's great. That's hilarious. Oh man, you have a 3080 gaming trio 7700. Yeah, dude, that's solid. Amen, dude. It's been pretty good. We've been chilling. We're testing. We're doing a little experiment where people are not too happy with it, but that's okay. I think most of those people have left chat because I'm ignoring them. You have a 1660 Super and an i3 10100, as I'm assuming. Could you may have suggested ray tracing games that I can run? Well, your GPU doesn't have. Oh, racing games. I thought you said ray tracing. I don't know if you could run anything at high settings, Dominic. But I mean, Forza, you could run Forza fine. Is 32 gigs of DDR5 good? Yes, it's good. Why would it not be good? Why would it not be good? You have a 5060 i14400F. Yeah, solid. You got 5060 Ti, 14700F. Yeah, dude, you were chilling. You got that's a great PC before all that was going on. I'm new to PC. I have a 6500 XT. You could upgrade Conch. Yeah, dude. Lucy plays. Yeah, absolutely. Depending on your depending on your Optiplex, you might could use the 5060 in the Optiplex. 41 FPS, guys, on extreme ray tracing settings, but that's without any upscaling or anything. So I mean, you know, that does pretty good. I mean, we can just do some FSR 4.1 quality. Let's just see what happens with it, you know. This will be the last one we run on this game, and then we'll move on to Assassin's Creed. 6650 XT good? Yes, that's solid. I think the 2070 Super would struggle with 1440p a little bit unless you went like low settings. Have I played the new Gears of War? I have not. Is it any good? For those who are hating on the 5500, I did a test bench experiment with the 5500 and the Yeston 3050. And I was gaming at 1080p medium, pulling over 60 FPS in many games. Yeah, the Yeston 3050 would be great for optiplexes, honestly. Cacti FPS, 800 USD, 12 gigabytes. I don't know that I would not pay 800 USD for the 5070. I would not spend much over $600 for a 5070. If you get up much past like 650, I would just 9070, 9070 GRE, 9070 XT, all of those are maybe not the GRE, but all right. So we got close to 60 FPS with some upscaling help. Not too bad, I think. Excuse man, sorry about that. I had to sneeze. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody sneeze on a stream before. Thank you, okay. I appreciate you. Anyway. Thank you, amen. Appreciate you. Thomas, I do agree the 9070 is best. Yep. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I would legit though, Cacti, I would look for like the 9070 non-XT is probably going to be a better bet for you. Honestly. All right, we've done Cyberpunk, we've done Forza, we've done Call of Duty. Let's do some Assassin's Creed. Did you use Ryzen Master? No, I just do. The only thing I do is like I don't know Mario Paint. I don't know that I should we make a video on that? Hey, you bought a GPU which was a 1050 Ti for $30. They said it powers off randomly, but I think it's a RX 580 their son had. Oh. So you think you got an RX 580 for $30? Is that what you're saying? That'd be dope. Oh, okay, cool. Nice, Lucy. Yeah, just keep saving up. I like your thought process there. Just upgrade a little at a time. That's awesome, Joshua. That's a pretty good deal. Hey, we gotta wait on shaders to load, guys. We're waiting on shaders. What FPS would I get in Warzone with a 3070 and a 5800X? 1080p low? That I actually don't know. You'll be fine. Going up about 10% for Radeon, 13% for Nvidia. Yeah. I don't expect prices to go down till the end of 2026. I mean 2027. 2028 is when I would guess. But honestly, prices are not going to go down until um I would prices are not going to go down until the RAM situation gets under control, and these companies are so greedy. I'm not sure it ever will. Yeah, nobody knows when they're going to go down. That's why I'm not like, amen. Thank you for the follow. I don't. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because like the thing is, these AI companies have bought RAM. They have bought so much RAM that hasn't even been made yet. Like they've bought more RAM than what exists in the world. And so yeah, it's an interesting deal. I think a 14600 KF with DDR4 is actually really not bad right now. What's the most important thing to upgrade? That drastically depends on the games that you play and what you're trying to accomplish. Brian Stanley, let's go. You got it for 75 bucks. I paid 82 for this one that I'm testing. Hey, Lucy, that is a great idea because Lucy, DDR5 actually runs okay on single channel versus DDR4. Um yeah. Sorry. I missed I meant to answer that. Joshua, I read it and then I forgot. Um but yeah, it depends on your Optiplex because some Optiplexes have like power adapters and stuff. If your power adapter doesn't like if it doesn't use normal stuff, you can't use normal power supplies and you have to get adapters and things, and so that's kind of an issue. So, but yeah, yeah. So if that maybe that makes sense. Hey, Brian, I don't know if you were in the last live stream, Brian, but so Brian, not the last live stream because that one was interrupted because of my power, but the live stream before that, we did an Intel Arc B570 with the Ryzen 5 5500 and it did really well. What's the price tag looking like on the 9070 XT? In the US, you can get them for like $700. Um, anyway, got a monitor that goes PC. Yeah. Oh, you need something that would fit? Uh, yeah. Yeah, the Yeston 3050. Yeah. Can you get an exceptional PC for 350? Exceptional? First of all, you spell exceptional wrong. Second of all, it's not going to be exceptional. You can get something for $350 that plays games. Um, but yeah. Yeah, Brian, I'm going to be making shorts about it probably this upcoming week about all the options for the 5500. Um, but let's yeah, I mean so far it's looking like the best like price to performance wise. All right. Shaders are loaded. How good is the RX 9070 XT, the 16GB version in Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced? Now, we're testing it with a Ryzen 5 5500, which is a little bit of a bottleneck, but the reason we're doing it is because a lot of people are kind of stuck in this situation where you have a CPU that's maybe not the absolute best, but it's a solid CPU, and you want to just upgrade your graphics cards because you play games like this. Assassin's Creed is a story mode type game where upgrading your CPU is not a priority, where you might want to upgrade your graphics card. So we're going to see how well this can do. We're going to start with no ray tracing on high settings. We are going to apply this and we are running, we want to switch to 1440p on this. Yes, we want to save it 1440p and no VSync, let's see what our upscaling is. We want to go with FSR, but we want to do native FSR because we do have to use some sort of upscaling here. Native means we're running at 100% render resolution, so it means it's not lowering the resolution at all. It's just only doing sharpening. There's no anything like that. There's no upscaling happening. So that's what AA means, anti-aliasing, and so yeah, that's what we do. We're doing the No, we're benchmarking the 9060, not the 9070. Did I say 9070? So no. PCI Gen 3, the PCI Gen 4, it affects it a little bit, but not as much as people think. Depends on every GPU is different. Some GPUs are more affected by the PCIe generation, and some of them are not. I mean, theoretically, it does lower it some, but it's not. Some things are worse than others. Um, trying to catch up a little bit. I got something that plays game for $50 and just the power supply is half the price. Yeah, that's true, Joshua. You could case swap if you wanted to, if you've got all the adapters and stuff already. How's the 5500 Waffles? It's actually done pretty good. The Ryzen 5 5500 is fine for CPU games. It like like CS, we got over 300 FPS in CS2. In Rainbow Six, if we on low settings, we got close to 240. And then Fortnite is the only one where we didn't hit 200 consistently. We got like close to 200 with the 5060. With the other two GPUs, it was like 170, 180. How do I get that overlay? We do MSI Afterburner. Yeah, we're on a PCI 4.0 motherboard, but the CPU doesn't support PCI Gen 4. Yeah, 16 gigabytes of RAM is fine. Marks, what do you mean I'm running the test now? Yeah, I'm running tests right now. I run tests every Saturday on live. I don't have like a set time on Saturday, but sometime on Saturday I'm going to be live testing. I've worked that out with my wife and my schedule. Unless something happens, that is what we do. That is what we plan every Saturday. All right, guys, let's see. We got 62 FPS on 1440p high native FSR, no frame gen. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm pretty stoked about that, honestly. 5700X, 9060 XT, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Fady, yes, dude. Kaylee Vibes and Jay, thanks for the heart me's. I miss those. Clay, no, I don't. When I do the benchmarks and stuff, yo, we got a super chat from Nocturnal, dude. Thank you so much. You've been using a Ryzen 5 5500 with a 3080. You just ordered a 5700X. Didn't want to upgrade to AM5. Let's go, Nocturnal. That's awesome, dude. That is like, dude, that's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think that's the perfect way to do it, Nocturnal. Like, upgrade your GPU, and then after you get done with the GPU, you or like when you get enough money saved back up, you upgrade your CPU. I think you've got a baller 1440p combo that's gonna last you for a while there, my guy. Thank you so much, Nocturnal, for the super chat. You're awesome. Thank you so much. What do I do with my GPUs after? Joshua, I keep most of the GPUs so that I can keep testing them for different builds. I do recommend Chris Titus tweaks. Chris Titus is a baller. Yeah, Chris Titus is a baller shot caller. Okay, guys. Now what we got to do though is we've got to turn on ray tracing extended, high settings. All right. With FSR native. All right. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Thank you so much, my guy. Nocturnal, you're awesome, dude. You're so awesome. LLC, what are we doing? What GPU are you using right now? Right now we're using the 9060 XT. 9060 XT right now. And somebody asked me in TikTok chat, I want to is this the $650 PC? This is the $650 PC, but we upgraded the GPU to a 9060 XT to play at 1440p and see what performance was like. So Nocturnal. Would you recommend? What would yeah. What would I recommend GPU wise for the 3080? Um, Honestly, Nocturnal, I think you're at a point now where you probably want to just save up until you can go to AM5, unless you want to do what you did before. Like, do you mainly play like story mode games and stuff? Like, is that mainly what you play? Because to get better than the 3080, you're gonna have to go to something like the 9070 XT or the 5070 Ti or something like that to like for it to be like worth your money to upgrade. Um, I I don't know, Clay. I don't remember what all I did a video on Chris Titus Tech, uh, the tool thing not too long ago with everything that I do on it, but I don't remember what that was off the top of my head. Yeah, BB ran. We've already tested Warzone on this. You done 3 builds with the 5500? Yeah, I mean, yeah, PCI Gen 3 is definitely, not my favorite, but this was an all new PC build. And so I get you, Nocturnal. Joshua, thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate you for stopping by, chatting. Good luck with your power supply. Yeah, I think Nocturnal, the next jump that you would have to do is go to like a 9070 XT or a like 5070 Ti or higher if you wanted. And so yeah, I think that would be your next 600 550 watt is more than enough for these GPUs. Yeah. The 9060 XT runs on a 600 watt PSU pretty good. We only got 49 FPS with that. So we're going to do one more test on this one and then we'll go to I think Rainbow Six Siege is next. Maybe Rainbow Six is next. I don't remember. System options. We're gonna do some FSR. Ooh, we can do. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Nader Tater. Hey guys, I gotta tell my kid good night. Sorry about that, guys. My kid is awesome. We kind of got our schedule mixed up today because the power and the internet went out. But oh man. Okay, so no, we don't. Let's just do quality. All right, let's run this. Ryzen 5 5500 3060. Yeah, that would be fine. You got a 5800X3D, the best CPU. Harley Franklin. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I had to go tell my kid. We tell my kid good night every night. We have a whole routine we go through most of the time, but like so for those of you that don't know, yeah, I mean, I have a UPS on pretty much all of my stuff at the house. So pretty much everything is protected if the power goes out. So anyway, what I was saying, so for those of you that don't know, like my wife stays at home 3 days a week, to get to stay with our kids, and all the money I make from content creation goes towards her being able to stay at home. Thank you, RC from the NYC. So like she only works 2 days a week right now, and right now really all we use her money for is like gas for her car and some of our groceries. Everything else that we like need to pay, like all of our other bills, anything else we need for the month is all paid for with my real job, which is a teacher, and all I make from content creation. So, um, and so yeah, that's kind of like everything I do with content. That's why, I mean, I enjoy doing it. I like interacting with you guys. Um, so yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I am a teacher. Um, so my degree is in math, guys, but like right now I'm teaching some computer science classes. Yeah, I don't know why people hate on the 5500 Cinestar. It's really not bad at all. 5700 XT or 2060, the 5700 XT definitely bodies that. What settings? The settings we're using right now are high settings with ray tracing extended, but we have FSR set to quality, no frame gen. We got 70 FPS, which is really good. Really good. So that's awesome. Yeah. Now so my degree is not in computer science. I took a couple of computer science classes. Um and the computer science class I teach is like very much like intro to computer science. And so we only do like code.org stuff and like very very basic stuff cuz first of all, I don't know much more than that. No, this is just junior high. I just teach like 7th, 8th graders. So it's like junior high. Yeah. So yeah. Um Apex Legends and Fortnite, Rossi? Yeah, Rossi, with that combo you can. Yeah, Sinister. So what we've been doing with the 5500, so I've tested it with a 3050. I've tested it with an Intel Arc B570. Um, and then I also tested the 5060, and now we're testing the 9060 XT. Yeah, Zane, I tried to hide it from my like so I just this is my second year at this new school that I'm at, and I tried to hide it from the kids, but the way TikTok's algorithm is, it does push out stuff locally a lot. Um, and so they found it. Yeah, they've all found it. So I pretty much have to address it and be like, hey, yes, I know you know about this. No, you can't have a free PC. No, I I can't we can't talk about this at school kind of deal. Um, hey, critical. I mean, a 5060 laptop's okay. I mean, I don't know what kind of questions you wanna ask about that, but like Kaylee vibes. Thank you for the heart me. I think I might have already said that with that one. The 3600 is very close, but with PCI, yeah, yeah, Sinister. I mean, I don't blame them for asking, but 9070 XT 4K. I mean, it can run some 4K. Yeah, dude. Like, so are DD are DDR3 systems any good? No. I mean, they can play some games still. It just depends on what your expectations are. 5060 is a solid GPU. Yeah, dude, it is, Harley. Um, yeah, so like guys, I have 130,000 followers on TikTok. But guys, I don't make enough money to like give out a bunch of free PCs, okay? Would I love to be able to do that someday? Absolutely. If you guys know, I don't know if y'all guys know who that. So there's an account called Tech Tesseract. Like I've met her several times. Thank you for the gamer cat, my guy. So much. Uh but Tech Tesseract she's able to, her and her husband, They give away so many PCs, but they also, yeah, I've met her and talked to her several times. Like her and her husband are so nice, super chill. And they're able to give away a lot of stuff, but they have exponentially more followers than me. And so like I want to give back to guys, but like, you know, I want to give back and want to be able to do stuff, but like until I'm able to fully support my family, you know, then I can't really do it. It's mainly Sinister. It's my TikTok audience. So I'm live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. It's just the weirdos in the TikTok chat that always come in asking for free PCs. Do I think the 14700K would way overpower the 4060? Hey Gabe, thank you for subscribing over on the YT, my guy. Thank you so much. It's not gonna like overpower it, Clay, in the sense of like something bad is gonna happen. It's not very balanced, but it's fine, especially if you're doing like Fortnite and stuff. How good of a jump is the Ace 750 to the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte? I think it would be a pretty solid jump. Honestly, I think it would. Is the Ryzen 5 5500 3050 bad? It's not bad. Yeah, if you play Fortnite, that's fine. Are you building this yourself, Clay, or is that just something you found? Am I gonna grind? No, dude. Rainbow Six, guys. I'm so bad at Rainbow Six. Like I don't even know what's going on. I just run this built-in benchmark. That's all I do. All right, we're going 1440p. I am not sure about your secure boot because everything's different depending on what kind of system you have. You're a smart guy running a 7900 XT and 7700. Is that a good combo? Yes, it is a good combo. CK Knight or C Knight. As long as you're I mean, definitely want to be playing at 1440p with that combo, but yeah, it's good. All right, guys, we're about to run this. So I got to film an intro real quick. How good is the RX 9060 XT, the 16 gigabyte version, in Rainbow Six Siege? Now, we are going to be pairing it with a Ryzen 5 5500, which is a little bit of a bottleneck. I totally understand that. But this is a CPU that a lot of people have or are going to buy. And is this a good upgrade option? That's what we're trying to find out. And so we're going to start out testing this on very high settings at 1440p, and we're going to see what kind of FPS numbers we can get. Yeah, Sinister, dude. It really is a lot of fun. I live stream testing the whatever PC or graphics card that we're gonna test. I do that every Saturday. Sometimes on Wednesdays I do it too. Wednesdays are a little different. Sometimes I just do Q&A on Wednesday. Depends on what like we have going on. And so and then I turn all of this into other content. Like I turn it into shorts, I turn it into a long form YouTube video. I do a lot of that. So can you test the 5060 Ti next? I don't have that, Jaden. I don't have it. I have a 5060 Ti somewhere, but I don't know where I don't. The problem with the 5060 Ti right now is that it's so flipping expensive. It's a double PC setup. So all of this that I test is with a stream PC. So we're not streaming on the actual PC itself. All right, guys, we got 164 FPS on very high settings. And look at that GPU load, 98%, guys. That's not much of a bottleneck. You just know what I'm saying? But anyway, just had to throw that jab in there. But let's try low settings. Let's lower this bad boy all the way down. See what happens at 1440p. 5070 is good. 5070 is good, but you know, we gotta just the price of the 5070. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, my my brain had to load there for a second. Can we bench a 3070 Ti and a 3700X current build? What kind of games do you play, Rockstar? I lean towards upgrading your CPU, but 14400 is good. Yeah, it's not bad. What's up, Zafaxon, over on the YT channel? So so you guys, you don't need to necessarily stream on a dual PC setup. It just depends on like what you're wanting to do. I will say when we get closer to GTA 6 releasing, I am going to be doing some content around building building and getting different options so that you can live stream GTA with a cheap PC and a capture card. And so yeah, that is some of the content we're going to be making. I don't know what OptiScaler is, I don't think. I'm not sure. You're fixing to build a PC with a 6600 and 5500? Oh yeah, dude. You already have a 2700X, which is not the best. But I don't know what I think the 5500 and the 6600 pair pretty good together, Sinister, honestly. I think they're solid. We got 238 FPS guys at 1440p with the 5500. I think that's pretty dang good. I'm not going to lie. I think that's awesome for this combo. Absolutely awesome. But now we got to run some CS2. Let's see what CS2 looks like. All right, guys. Let's see what CS2 looks like. Brian. Is it worth upgrading 14700K to an i from an i? Yeah, I think it's worth that, Clay. If you play CPU based games and stuff, or you're wanting to like stream and game on the same PC, I think that's definitely worth the upgrade. You have a 2080 Ti and a Ryzen 7 3700X. What should you upgrade, Brian? It all depends on what games you play, dude. Oh, Clay. I don't remember what question you asked me. Are you, if you play Minecraft and Fortnite, your CPU is probably going to be meaty. To stream on a dual PC, you need something called a capture card. In order to do that. But I can't give you a tutorial while I'm doing this. I don't know what PHP plus Laravel is. So, not sure. I would get 5700 XT, but I heard the fans are like super loud and don't want to deal with that. I've not had an issue with the fans on those, but Rockstar, it's not a bad build at all. Your build is fine. You just asked like what would you upgrade? What are we talking about? Flareon is your goat? That is a good build, dude. How much VRAM does this PC have? The one we're testing right now has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. You feel like your CPU holds back your GPU? It probably does a little bit. What's the best AM4 CPU you can get? For gaming, the 5800X3D is like the best. But, you know, it's like $300, so I don't know that it's like worth it. What do I pair with your 58? We're testing the RX 9060 XT right now. What do you pair with the 5800X3D? The best GPU you can afford, my guy. 5060 good? 5060 is fine. The price is sometimes not the best. Do you think the 5700X 3060 Ti 32? Hey guys, I can't really tell you like 14400F is fine, Cacti. I can't really tell you like what you should upgrade if you don't tell me like what games you like to play. Because that is going to affect like what you need to upgrade. All right, guys. Let's test some CS2. How good is the RX 9060 XT, the 16 gigabyte version in CS2? Now, I know that CS2 is more of a CPU-based game. We're testing it with the Ryzen 5 5500 and 16 gigabytes of RAM because I think this is a somewhat realistic upgrade that some people might try to play at 1440p with a Ryzen 5 5500 and then upgrade the CPU later on down the line. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to test it also on 4:3 resolutions, but right now we're going to do the widescreen 1440p. And what we'll do is we're going to test it all on low settings. All right. It will take a second for those to load up. I hate when people ask if 56 is good because it's literally one of the best cards. Yeah, absolutely. And that's where most people, you know, and the reason all of that started, Sinister, is why people knock certain GPUs and stuff is because of the big YouTubers. So I've started calling him Negative Nancy. Is Gamers Nexus. His name's Negative Nancy now. And like yes, AI, all the RAM stuff, that's a big problem, but like I also think he's to blame for some of the crap that's going on. GPU stands for Graphical Processing Unit. It is what helps generate your graphics in a game. All right, so CS2, we're doing the FPS benchmark there at low settings, 1440p. Let's see what this is made of. How good is the 8700F? The 8700F is kind of a interesting CPU. I don't know much about it other than it doesn't do as well as you would think it does, but it's not terrible. Hey, Grayson, my favorite color is also orange, dude. That's awesome. 9800X3D and a 5080 perfect combo. I mean, it's a pretty good combo. I don't know if there's such thing as a perfect combo. Where can I get a good pre-built under $2,000? A couple different places. You can get one. I mean, there's a bunch of places. If you live close to a micro center, it's probably going to be your best bet. If you don't live close to a micro center, I like SkyTech and I like AES Tech Gaming. Both of those links are in my bio. I am an affiliate for them. Full disclaimer. They give me a chunk of money if you buy a PC with my link. But there are other places that are also good. I think Power GPU and Meta PCs both make a really good PCs. They are a little bit more expensive, but when you're buying a pre-built, if you go with a bigger company that has a proven track record, then you are going to, you know, you are like, you're going to pay a little bit more because they're paying, you know, they have to pay their staff, but they're really good at what they do. And so you're, so you're paying for that reliability, the warranty and all that stuff is what you're paying for when you get a pre-built. It is cheaper to buy versus build in most cases, I still think. But when you get up to a certain price range, I think that building is about the same as buying once you get to some of the expensive PCs. Because these people have the ability to get some good combos. All right, guys. Looks like we're going to get close to 300 FPS here. I have to plug in this other keyboard. I got to plug in the other keyboard so that we can see the average FPS. Because I don't have a tilde button on my main one. All right. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but we got an average of 323 FPS. 323 FPS. I think that's pretty good. That's at 1440p. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do 1080p. Woohoo! 1080p, low settings. We're going to do FPS benchmark again. All right, I moved it TikTok so you can see the stuff. What CPU? I guess this is moving too fast. 9800X3D or 270K plus? It depends on what you're doing, Lance. I mean, the 9800X3D is technically better, but it's also way more expensive. So yeah. We are not on Linux. We are on Windows. How about the price or the performance difference between the 5500 50? The 5500X3D is a pretty good boost in performance, honestly. 7800X3D and 7800XT. That's awesome combo, Krim. The games are going to run good because of the GPU? Not necessarily. I mean, that's not really how it works. Ignore the 1% lows, guys, because it... Oh, because I'm using the wrong keyboard. That's why. There we go. I'm on a 7700X 9070 non-XT. Solid combo Vic. Ladarius. I just... Hey! The commentary guy over on YT. Thank you so much for subscribing. Have you seen me in a Jawa ad recently? Because they shouldn't be running my stuff as ads anymore. If they have been, let me know because they need to pay up for that. But anyway, thank you so much for following. That's awesome. Yeah, dude, I'm just, I'm different. I have a lot of different opinions than most people, but I try to be pretty chill about everything. I mean, some of these kids asking me for free PCs on TikTok, All right, I got 329 FPS at 1080p, so not a huge difference, but again, that's because the CPU is kind of just doing its thing as much as possible there. But now we've got to do what everybody loves, and that is 4:3 resolution. Now, if I was going to play 4:3, guys, I would do 1920 by 1440. That's how I would play, but that's just me. That's just me. Oh, it's from a while ago. Yeah. I figured I figured they quit. They're pretty good about not doing like stuff like that. So I figured it was from a while ago. I was just making sure, Some of these companies, Jawa's chill. Although the guy that I worked with from Jawa, he left, and so I haven't really worked with Jawa in a while because I don't know the new people that are over there. And it seems like they haven't been sponsoring as many people, especially since they had to spend all that money for Linus. So they did that one with when they sponsored Junkyard Wars with Linus. They spent a bunch of money on that. Ladarius, hey, yeah, Jawa's for pre-built PCs, Jawa's not bad. Because like some people are pretty rational about what they're selling, and some people are like really big deal hunters. But where I think Jawa is not the best is finding, like, most of the time buying parts from Jawa is not, you're not going to find great deals. So yeah. Hey, Vic. So a lot of people worry about temperatures for no reason. Like, don't stress about, like, your PC components have to be really hot for you to risk damaging them. Like, really hot. Like, my CPU is actually the coolest it's been right now, but it hits a little over 80 a lot, and it's fine. It's not a big deal at all. So, all right, guys, let's see what our FPS looks like at 1920 by 1440p. 329. So really, it was about the same as just regular 1440p. Let's do 1280 by 960 because that's what everybody loves. You can't get 200 FPS in which game, Zenith? In CS, you can't. All right, let's run this benchmark now. I don't know. I don't know why you can't. We're on like low settings. Are you on low settings as well? What happened to my MSI Afterburner? It disappeared. Oh, it's because of, I know what it is. It's because of the resolution I'm on. Holy moly, my TikTok just like bugged out. It's so weird because it was perfectly fine at first and it just sucked for some reason. I don't know what you're talking about because like my chat bugged out and so I haven't seen. I don't know what just happened, but 4060 and 12400F, it's not bad. I don't like the 4060. Yeah, the stats are not there, Jump Squad, because of the resolution I'm at. Unfortunately. We can though move this over so you can see a little better. So you can see like the average frames like in there. Or like it run oh yeah. You're how about your I don't have a 5500X 3D motherboard GPU CPU combo for 1440p. There's a lot of combos that do that. Blackout, thank you for the heart me. I don't know when you sent that because it doesn't notify me, but I appreciate it. You could change CPU and GPU for under 500, but it depends on what you have if it's worth it or not. GPU recommendation for the 5500 at 1440p. This one that we're testing right now. We're testing the what is the switch? That power switch turns on your power supply, my guy. All right, guys, we have 336 FPS is what we got on 1920 or on 1280 by 960. It's pretty good. Pretty good. No, the 4060 is not really that great for the money. Build, my guy. What are we talking about? How bad is it then, buddy? I don't think the 5500 is bad at all, builds, Alwyn. We're using the RX 9060 XT. That's what we're using right now. Your PC is so broken, ChatGPT told you to throw it away. That's pretty funny. All right, guys, now we got to try the greatest battle royale of all time. Good old Fortnite. Let's go. Yeah, the 5500 is one of the best budget CPUs. I agree. Especially if you're going brand new. Now, if you're okay with going used, I would recommend a 3600 over the 5500 if you're going to go used. Just because you get PCIe Gen 4. Why, guys, why are they putting Addison Ray in Fortnite? Why are they doing that? 5800X. I haven't done any optimizations, Clay. I mean, we just have XMP enabled, and I have PBO enabled. Just set to auto though. Just set to auto. All right, let's make sure we're on performance mode. 1440p. If you just sent so far, yeah. All right, let's get after it. Make sure they're. All right, is the 3D resolution 100? Yeah. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, guys. You have a 3070, 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah. What's your CPU, Zenny or Zenixy or why does windowed full screen give you less delay? I don't know. Scott, my day's going pretty good, man. My day's going pretty good. Um, I don't have but yeah, my day's doing pretty good. What was I? So the only reason I test Fortnite Grayson on windowed full screen, the only reason I do that is because for some reason with my capture card, if I don't put it on window full screen, it looks weird. Hollywood, bro, read my text. Bruh, if you're gonna be rude, you can leave. But I mean, you should get enough FPS. I would say you at least get 240. But I don't know. I've never used the 5800 XT, so I don't know. I have a 10400F 3060 16. What should you upgrade? What games do you play? Guys, I can't answer what should you upgrade if you don't tell me what games you play. Um, Zenix, you definitely need 32 gigs of RAM, but that CPU could hold you back a little bit for streaming too. Streaming and gaming at the same time really puts you. If you mainly play Fortnite, I would upgrade your CPU. Um, you could go to a 10700K, but like I would honestly save up and see if you could go like AM4, like a 5600. You could reuse your RAM and everything. Um, okay, a buddy of mine just bought a PC from Marketplace, I guess is what you mean. Paid 600 for the PC and two monitors. I think he did solid, car. Guys, Fortnite's froze. I'm about to spawn in here in a minute. I'm just going to be in the ocean. Ah, I got you, Zenix. Yeah, I mean that should be fine for streaming with if all you're doing is streaming. If you're not gaming and streaming at the same time. But I mean, you could get 32 gigs of RAM. Jose, it depends on what the specs are in the HP Victus because there's a bunch of different HP Victus. I got a 1440p OLED and it's way better than your 4K IPS. Absolutely. Yeah, OLED is the way to go, guys. OLED is so much better. Commentary guy, you think the RTX 5050 is fine on PCI if the texture settings still sub 8 gigabytes of VRAM? Yeah, I think so. We tested the 5060 earlier, commentary guy, with the 5500, and it was bottlenecked a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. It's not gonna be so bad that you can't like do anything crazy. If you only have do you have a Ryzen 2600 or like an i5 2600, like a really old CPU? Clay, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. I think I think the whole PC might have broke, honestly. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Well, hard reset. Let's go. Nah, it's not broke. No, I don't do Twitch, Zane. I don't like Twitch. I just do YouTube. Yeah, it's just the way OLED the lighting on the panel is. It is not worth It is not worth the upgrade. If you already have a 5060, don't go to a 5060 Ti. It's not worth it. You don't like your OLED car? Do you not like the OLED because like those games are just so dark? I've never played a single game where I thought, man, this OLED is not good. But I don't play DayZ's Arc or is RL Rocket League? I do play Rocket League. I have played Rocket League on an OLED. It doesn't bother me. Zane, what are we taking? Thomas. Y'all know how computers are. Sometimes they just crash. It happens. I like the tough gaming cards. This 9060 XT is a tough gaming. I think they're solid. Oh, it's too dark. That's what I figured. I figured you'd say it's too dark. That one person's OLED. Oh, I got you. Yo, Elijah, what's up, my guy? Uh, Karaja, that's a pretty good deal. 5600X, 4060. That's not bad. I would get a PC from Micro Center before I got one from Best Buy. There's no reason to get an i9, really. Yeah, car, that's crazy. Should you just throw it away? What are you talking about? I have no idea. Please help me. You've been struggling all day. What you been struggling with, my guy? Why is your monitor stuck on 4x3? I don't know. Karsten, if your PC grows wings and starts flying in the air, you should definitely try to catch it and sell it to scientists so that you can make a lot of money. For $700, what do we say? 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, 144 hertz, 4050. That's not bad for 700, I don't think, Jose. That's a laptop, I'm assuming. I think that's okay. Yeah, Micro Center deals are nice. I wish I lived closer to one. Actually, I'm kind of glad I don't live closer to one because I would probably spend way too much money. You have a 10400 Intel. Should you upgrade? I, guys, again, it's hard for me to tell you what to upgrade to if I don't know CPU, GPU, RAM at least, and what games you like to play. I'm not a fan of the RX 7600, but it's not terrible. It just depends on what price you get it at. All right, 1440p performance mode, all that looks good. Let's see if we can load into a game before. Yeah, Jose, I think that's a good deal for a laptop, honestly. Yeah, the budget would be nice, but if I have a game and those three components, what mouse do I use? So on my main gaming setup, I use the new Logitech Super Strike, the one that's got the weird buttons. On my stream setup right now, I'm using this bad boy. It's the I just think it looks really cool. It's the Angry Mio. I don't know. It's like the blaze orange version. It's like this weird exoskeleton thing. I just think it looks really cool. I mean, it's like $150, but like. So Billy, I hate to tell you this, but the Go XLR is pretty much cooked because they're not updating it anymore. And so like as Windows continues to update, it's it's going to just get worse and worse. All right, guys, I got to start this recording. How good is the RX 9060 XT, the 16 gigabyte version in good old Fortnite? Now we know Fortnite is a CPU based game. Like I totally understand that, but there are a lot of people that have a good CPU like the Ryzen 5 5500 that is, you know, not going to give you the highest FPS in the world in Fortnite, but it will give you some decent FPS in Fortnite. And they want to upgrade their GPU. So we're going to see how much that makes a difference. All right. And so right now, our settings that we're rocking are 1440p performance mode, view distance on far. Everything else is set to low. All right. And we're going to see what is going on here. We have the Reacher shotgun. And we have a bunch of other stuff going on here because I can't do. Is it just all mythics? Is this like some kind of like happy hour or something where we get all mythics going on here? Like, what is going on? I also don't know why my guy's not running. Okay, there we go. All right, so right now we're getting a little over 200 FPS. Hey guys, look. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I know Fortnite's a CPU based game, but like, oh no 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 no! Hey, good call. Move the screen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good comms. Good comms. Good comms. For the TikTok chatters, you're 2 hours from Micro Center. You're about an hour from Micro Center. Y'all guys are lucky. Yeah, I'm glad you told me about the screen thing. What would be the take between the 5060 and the 7600? 5060 all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. 100%. 100% of Mundo. Hey guys, right now we're getting about 217, 230-ish FPS. Not bad. I definitely know there's some people up in here. Oh, we got a legendary punk sprite. Make sure there's nobody around me here. Get a little scanny scan going on. What the heck is this thing? Why is it lighting up like that? Oh, it's the Spider-Man mythic. Cool. Very, very cool. I thought there was people over here, by the way. Anyone has 7 young kids? My grandson's coming next week, and I want to build him a PC. What should his specs be? What kind of budget you got, my guy? You have a 12600 KF 9660, and you don't go up to 100 FPS in Warzone? You should, my guy. Are all your drivers up to date? Because we got 100 FPS in Warzone with the 95 or the Ryzen 5 5500. Are you playing on like super high settings or something? Not sure. Hey, look. Oh my gosh. What resolution? We're playing at 1440p, guys. 1440p, but we are playing performance mode. 14. No mods in the chat. Yeah. There's just not many people I trust. I have a couple of mods, but they're not on right now. I'm very picky about who I trust because there's so many very not cool people in the PC gaming world, and oh my gosh, I thought they were gonna they were trying to res there. Ooh, Jim Demon Sprite. I need to export this thing so that I can keep it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, But is somebody doing something stupid in chat on TikTok? Did I just find another? Oh my gosh, I didn't export it all the way. Okay, now it's gone. Come here, Punk Sprite. Oh, no wonder it's not working. Okay, guys, sorry. Do you wanna? You got Predator Helos Neo? Oh, dude, that's awesome car. You're um. Oh, okay. I mean, there's a lot of good combos out there, dude. I mean, just if you give us some numbers, we can tell you what pairs good together or something. But I'm sure that everything that you do will be fine. If he's only 7, he's not gonna care. He's just gonna be happy to have a PC. He's just gonna be happy with a PC. For sure, I think. You could ask him what games he plays. That would help. Man, we're holding around you have an i5 10400. What should you upgrade to? You play Fortnite? And you could upgrade to a 10700K if you wanted to, or you could try to, if you went to AM4, you could reuse your RAM. And that would be something you could do. And you could go to like a 5600 or something. Yeah, this is 1440p, Jay. We're doing 1440p performance mode. We'll bump it down to 1080p here in a minute, maybe, but I don't think, like, if anything, the FPS might go lower. Oh, I got you. He doesn't. If you're happy with your results, it doesn't matter what parts you have. Absolutely. 100%. And you know what? Most people, the only reason they're not happy with their results is because they like looked up a YouTube video or something and like got upset about like something. And guys, I cannot tell you how many times that I've like went to look up something on YouTube where people uh like found like they lie about the FPS, like they fake it so that it looks better on like their YouTube videos. And come here, Spider-Man. 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 Hey, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, there's too much like extra sweaty people over here. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Sorry, guys. I can't. Spark, not a part. Replacing spark plugs. Oh, MS Miscellaneous Fridays. That's awesome, dude. Watching me while replacing your spark plugs? That's pretty cool. On my old, you have a 5500. It's mid. It's fine, dude. We're getting over 200 FPS right now. Oh, it's mid. You know how many people would be like love to have a PC that could give them 200 FPS in Fortnite, and you're sitting over here calling it mid. So many people are just so ungrateful in this world, man. Exactly, Jay. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, I didn't grow up like poor by any means. My parents worked really, really, really hard. But like, I mean, they didn't give me like everything, you know, ever. But like, they made sure I appreciated what they did get me. So it just aggravates me, man. Do I have any rare sprites? I do not have any rare sprites. You're not getting a PC, guys. Quit asking. Planning to build a PC with a 7600X. What GPU? Just whatever the best one you can afford is, man. This one that we're using would be really good. Like, the CPU is definitely the limiting factor here. Like, we could get... I'm offline? What the heck? Um, no! Unfortunate. Ah, missed my shots. Dang. The Steve Bottleneck shirt. Did you like that? Oh man, I thought that was pretty funny. I had to do it. I had to do it to him. I had to do it to him. Had to do it to him. Dude, 5060 all day over the 7600. Not even close. Uh Hey, Don, for your grandson, I would definitely do the 5500 over the 8700K. Just so that he can upgrade it later on, and that might be something y'all could bond and do something together. Justin, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you. Yeah, I love the Rode Pod mic. Rode Pod mic is so good. Love it. And I don't even like, so a lot of streamers, they'll like buy like the Shure SM7B that's like $400. And like when you're streaming, you can't, like most people can't tell a difference between the $400 mic and this one. Like the way compression and stuff works on the internet, like most people can't tell. But thanks, Justin. I appreciate you, dude. Jay, thank you for the roses. Um, so yeah. 9600X 5070. Yeah, I mean that's a solid combo. Absolutely. All right, guys. It's 9:30 here over in my neck of the woods. It's 9:30 and I've got to get ready. Got church tomorrow and have got to go get ready, get my clothes ready for that. Got the kids in bed. Gonna go spend some time with the wife before I hit the hay and go to sleep. So, um, guys, we're gonna make a nice little video where we compare all the FPS numbers that we've worked on with the Ryzen 5 5500. We're gonna make a nice little video about it, some YouTube shorts, and a nice little video. For those of you that maybe don't know it, we can you can join. I gotta find the cord for it, but here we go. I have to switch keyboards for the but anyway, exclamation point Discord. Yeah, Jump Squad, thank you so much. How did your stream? Did your stream go good, dude? I know you were live. I kind of messed up my schedule because my power went out. Um, but for those of you that maybe don't know, we have exclamation point Discord in the YouTube, and then I'm gonna pin it here for you guys on the TikTok. I'm gonna pin the Discord. Go join the Discord, guys. If that's awesome, Jump Squad. Appreciate you. If you're not in the Discord yet, guys, and you got questions you want to ask, we got some guys in there that I trust that answer questions. There's some other guys in there that try to help you and answer your questions, and I try to answer when I can. The only way that you get guaranteed answers is to be a premium Discord member or a premium YouTube member, channel member. Um, but anyway, that is join the Discord and we help you out. Some of the questions are too hard to answer on stream, but we try to answer a little bit more in depth on Discord when things kind of go wrong. We do our best. There's not much, we can't always answer everything, but we do try. So definitely join the Discord, guys, if you want to do that. Also, the Discord, like I ping every time we go live in Discord, or live on YouTube and TikTok. I always ping in the Discord as well. And so, thanks so much, Zane. Appreciate you joining. Um, we How do you do tweaks like you see on TikTok? Most of the tweaks you see on TikTok are just clickbait and they don't do anything. So like I would not recommend them. The only tweaks that I recommend are the Chris Titus Tech Tool, which I might need to make another video about because it's been a while and that would get a lot of views. Um, but I have that video somewhere on my channel if you want to look up for it. Yeah, the lowering Windows bloatware is really the best thing to do. Trying to do a build a PC, but I live in a country where parts are rarer than black diamonds. Dude, that sucks, man. I hate that for you. Hey, commenter guy, appreciate you stopping by, dude. Yeah, Chris Titus does that. His YouTube channel, Chris Titus has a bunch of stuff on his YouTube channel. Um, there's also a YouTuber named Lectron that does a Windows optimization guide every few months. Most of his stuff doesn't do anything, but he does talk about using the Chris Titus tool. And so I would use that. Ryzen 5 to 5500 2060 Super, a good combo. Yeah, definitely a good combo. On the 250K plus, hey, I think the 250K plus is pretty good. I'm actually about to do a build with it. So I'm about to do a 270K plus build and a 260K and a 250K plus build, guys. You love Lectron? Yeah, dude. I mean, some of his tweaks don't really do anything. And like, so he's kind of like a blend of educational content and entertainment content. So like some of the stuff that he does is like for entertainment more than it is for like actual tweaks and stuff. But I still like it. I mean, his content's very entertaining. Yeah, absolutely. He does some cool stuff. I like watching him too. Um, use the dual 5080. That's kind of wild. You do esport 1080p esports. Your CPU is going to be more important than your GPU, my guy. Yeah, I don't know much about VR, honestly. Anyway, guys, all right, I got to get off. Got to go to bed. Got to get ready for church in the morning, guys. Appreciate you. Y'all take it easy. Love you guys. Join the Discord. Like and like it all the videos I post this week. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.